So I am a men's lifestyle blogger and I believe technology is a very important component of a man's lifestyle. We as men love tech just like the way women love their makeup. It's a part of who we are, it's a part of our manhood. But you see, the manhood can't always be wealthy and rich. We can't always afford the expensive like an iPhone 6, the top 5 budget smartphones under 15,000 rupees. Gentlemen, I am Mayank Bhattacharya. Shall we roll the intro? Yes, please. Like always, a quick disclaimer before I start the video. As of today, as of now when I'm posting this video, I haven't had my hands on the Moto G 3rd edition yet, so I haven't included that phone in this list. That being said, number 5 on my list is the Lenovo K910L. With high-end specs on paper, one would wonder why did I rate it on number 5? Well, if you have personally used the K910L, you would know why. The phone rocks a Qualcomm Snapdragon 800 chipset with a 2.2 GHz quad-core Crate 400 CPU. But in spite of all this, it still managed to lag on. God bless Lenovo. But on the brighter side, the display looks really good. The 1080p display looks really good. Though it did feel a little flimsy to me, it wasn't that sturdy. But it looks really good. I mean, it did read Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection, but I have my doubts about it. The camera is good, shoots decent pictures, shoots decent videos, and the phone could even handle some high-definition games to a certain extent. No lollipop for this device, only upgradable to Android. KitKat lasts around a day and a half with moderate to heavy usage, has an inbuilt 16GB storage, and it's suitable for everyone who's looking for that first smartphone to just get things done. Number 4 on the list is Asus Zenfone 2, the ZE55M1L version. Android lollipop out of the box, super front and rear facing cameras, 1.8GB Intel Atom chipset. But here's the problem, the call quality sucks. I don't know what's wrong with Asus, but it's been there since the inception of Zenfone. They'll put all these crazy specs inside this phone and yet make it practically useless. I have never experienced so many call drops and so many call fails, especially on a phone with such crazy specifications. This was the case with Asus Zenfone 2. Even the gaming and the multitasking in spite of Intel's Atom chipset was not at all impressive. It's a dual SIM phone, but only the SIM 1 slot can be used for your operator's 3G or 4G services. The SIM 2 slot is just there to make calls and do some 2G services. Like seriously Asus, this is 2015. Who the f uses a SIM card to only answer some stupid phone calls? I think Asus Zenfone 2 is ideal for those software developers or some spec hungry people who just want to boast about their phone specification and do nothing about it. Me personally, no thank you, I can do better. Speaking of which, things get a whole lot better from now on because these 3 phones are absolutely spectacular. So the number 3 on the list is the Huawei Honor 6. This one looks beautiful, probably the most good looking phone in this list. Trust me, it was really hard for me to put it down. Brilliant 1080p IPS display with a very high contrast ratio. This phone looks absolutely amazing. Fantastic call quality and a very loud speaker, probably the loudest one in this group. There is no way on hell you're missing a call or you're snoozing your alarm clock. This one will wake you up out of your bed. Now, I was skeptical about Huawei's Kirin or however you pronounce it, the Kirin 920 chipset. But it didn't disappoint me actually, it didn't disappoint me at all. This one handles multitasking and heavy gaming pretty easy. Maybe the 3GB RAM has got to do something about it, but Huawei didn't disappoint me with this one. Where it did disappoint me though was the stock Android KitKat over the lollipop and no option to upgrade to the Android lollipop. And the overheating issue. Now mind you, I have just used this phone for around 2.5 days, and if in this short period of time I can notice the overheating issue and I can be bothered by that overheating issue, then you could realize that the issue is kind of big and you would know that there is something fishy, there is something going wrong with the hardware inside. Just saying. If you are out there in the market trying to experiment a new brand or try something new, then Huawei Honor 6 is your perfect bet, my friend. Moving on, the number 2 on the list is the Xiaomi Mi 4i. At 13,000 rupees or around $200 US, this is probably a flagship killer. This is probably the flagship killer. The only reason the word probably existed in my previous sentence was because of its heating issue. Fortunately, the phone that I have used, the Xiaomi Mi 4i that I was using, didn't have this problem, but there has been complaints. Users have complained about the heating issue and Xiaomi is looking into it and hopefully they'll fix it with a firmware update or something like that. Anyway, my Mi 4i handled everything I threw at her. Multitasking, gaming, you name it. It could be the courtesy of the new Qualcomm Snapdragon 615 chipset, or the 2GB of RAM, or the Big Brother 405 Adreno GPU, or a mix of all of these. But whatever it is, Xiaomi Mi 4i is indeed the phone for every tech enthusiast out there. You see, understanding the true potential and the absolute worth of this much of raw power is not everyone's cup of tea. But if you're one of them who's really fond of the beautiful hardware inside, who really appreciates and accepts the raw horsepower associated with this phone, then Xiaomi Mi 4i is your phone, my friend. But what if you're just a regular fine folk, a gentleman who doesn't care about the RAM, the CPU and the GPU inside a phone? Well, if that's the case, we have the number one, we have the perfect phone, we have the perfect budget smartphone for you, my friend. The phone being the Samsung Galaxy J7. Priced exactly at 15,000 rupees or around $220 US. Samsung Galaxy J7 is like the Renault Duster of Indian smartphones. It's an SUV, it looks good, it performs good, and it fits your budget. Samsung has improved a lot with their in-house CPU and chipset with this smartphone. The current Exynos chipset keeps the phone active and fast all the time. 1.5 GB LDDR3 RAM and about 11.5 GB of user available storage is enough to run Lollipop without any hiccups and problems. Now, some of you may have few concerns about the phone's average display quality. This is an AMOLED display. If you really want to see the quality of this phone, try going to a Samsung Galaxy store or try going to a mobile store near your place. Pick up the Samsung Galaxy J7 and pick up a 1080p IPS display phone. Put them side by side and see it by yourself. You'll be surprised, my friend. The only cons being no LED notification light and no ambient light sensor. But honestly, do you really need them that bad? I don't think so. Now, besides the CPU and the chipset, Samsung has also been improving their camera game lately. This phone comes with a strong camera of f1.9 aperture and a secondary flash. This selfie flash can take your Snapchatting game to a whole new level. And you see, these little things makes me love Samsung so much more. They realize their mistakes, they have been researching the market, they have been talking to their customers, they have been talking to people who are really into this budget group, and now they are making the best smartphone even in the budget segment of smartphones. Kudos to Samsung. So Samsung Galaxy J7 is my number one pick on the list of top 5 budget smartphones late 2015. You don't forget to let me know your personal favorite budget smartphone. You can also click that like, share and subscribe button down below if you did really like and enjoyed this video. And yes, my online image and style consultation service is still on sale. If you're looking for a mini makeover or if you're looking for some help with your hairstyle, your shoes or whatever, don't forget to check out the link, the first link in the description box to my consultation service. You can avail that till the time it's on sale and I'll be very happy to work with you. Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, all these links are also in the description box below. Add me there if you want to give me some internet hugs. It's 1:30 AM in the morning and I have a lot more work to do, so I'll go make some more videos. You don't forget to stay tuned, stay subscribed, and don't forget to dress sharp and stay classy, my friends. See you soon.